Hello, everyone. So, some people are like this right now. They're really worried. Why are you worried? Recommendation letters, is that the issue? Don't worry. We're going to discuss it in this video. So, for recommendation letters, I would advise that you ask the person that you know that is able to attest to your academic abilities to the best of your knowledge. Most times title does not matter. Some people like, I want the doctor to recommend me. Really, it does not matter. Although it can actually be good for you, but if you know that what a doctor is going to say about you will be just random, especially if you're applying for a scholarship and you know that probably a doctor you worked with just once that cannot even attest to your research capability enough. Probably you just worked with him once and so probably a short research project, and you do not even like have um the longevity to like the period to do research with him for a long time, get to know him, he got to know you, he got to know your capacity, and you're thinking, I think he's a doctor. The title is fine for him to recommend me. Don't try it. I think that the person that should recommend is somebody that knows you, that knows your person, that can attest to the traits that they're looking for in the application, or somebody that knows, or somebody that you have worked with, a professor that you have worked with. If it's like academic references they're looking for, of course, a professor that, and even if it's not a professor, even if it's just like a doctoral student that you have worked with and they can attest to your ability, your research ability, please use this person. Do not consider titles. Do not consider, oh, this person is just a doctorate student, and or probably you have a publication with someone. I'm like, oh, I think I would use the one with the doctor or something. Titles do not matter when it comes to recommendation. Although to some extent they can influence, but most times what you have to think about, consider it. If you are the admission committee, you're part of the admission committee, and you have a recommender that is saying 10 different things about one person, and a doctor that is saying just one thing about one person, who would you consider knows this person the most? Yeah. So don't think about it too much. Make sure that the person who knows you best, regardless of their title, should recommend you. Also, I would advise that for your recommendation letters, make sure that you keep your recommenders aware of the kind of letters they should write. You are not influencing them. Don't influence them to write this, write that. But make sure that they know what they are writing about so they can write it in the right context. Example, if you're applying for probably a graduate school or graduate program, right? Of course, you know that your recommenders must attest to your academic performance, what you're able to do. For example, you're applying for probably a scholarship that does not even have to do with any academic performance, and you're asking a professor who can only testify about your academic performance for this to reference you or to give you a recommendation letter for this kind of scholarship. Of course, you know that that will not be right, right? So I want you to tailor it. Make sure that your recommenders have the right idea of what is the purpose of the recommendation letter. Don't just say write me a recommendation letter, sir. Write me a recommendation letter, man. No, be sure that they are aware. Okay. Also, make sure that your recommenders have an idea of the deadline. They know when the deadline is, right? It's advisable that you give, like, in fact, 1 week is more. Even I'm guilty of this, like, really, like, sometimes it's so close that you have to, like, yeah, I actually have a recent application that I am on, and like it was really short, deadline was really short, and I really, in fact, even me, I'm not happy with that. So you don't want to be like that too, right? Make sure that you give your recommenders like at least 3 weeks in advance. Or in fact, my supervisor, when I was doing my graduate studies, she used to be like, she prefers 2 months in advance so that she has like enough time, and she has it planned in advance, because of course they have other things they are doing too. And make sure that you always thank your recommenders, regardless of you getting the opportunity or not. Make sure that you go back and say thank you, and tell them what the outcome was. I did not get the offer, or I did not get the scholarship, or thank you very much, I got the scholarship, or I got the offer. Make sure to keep them informed of what the outcome of the recommendation their of the application was, and how helpful their recommendation letter was. Okay, I hope that this helps you. Thank you. Bye.